Hi lovely people, you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Sunny Precious, and on this channel I talk about things that will help you become the best version of yourself and ignite the grace upon your life. So today's episode, I'm going to be talking about 7 practical tips, 7 things that can help you balance your busy schedule. Probably you're watching this video and you're someone that has a very tight schedule. Every day you come back, every day you finish the work for the day, instead of you to be satisfied and feel successful, you start feeling overwhelmed and tired. In fact, in the middle of the day, while you're doing whatever it is that you're doing, you start to feel tired and overwhelmed, and you're asking yourself, why did I even get involved in something like this? Or why am I even doing what I'm doing? Like, who sent me? So that's why I'm here today. And one of the reasons why I'm making this video is so that you do not experience the barrenness of a busy life. While preparing for today's video, I came across a quote by Socrates, who is a Greek genius. He said that the quote was like this: beware of the barrenness of a busy life. And that is why I'm making this video, so that none of you experience the barrenness of a busy life. Instead, you feel satisfied and successful at the end of every busy day. Even though that day you're not so busy, but today, in correlation with the topic, that time you would feel successful and you will not feel overwhelmed and tired or dissatisfied. So with that being said, let's get right into the first point of the topic. Before I continue, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe so that you can join the family and we continue to grow in grace together. So let's get right to the first point. An important skill every person should have is the time management skill. The time management skill. I'm very sure that we know exactly what this means, and this means like being able to manage your time, being able to do things at the right time. Which brings me to my first point, which is know the time frames of the activities you do. This means for you to specify the things that you do according to the time that you do them. What is your daily routine? What exactly do you do? Just have a little talk with yourself. What exactly do I do every day? From the moment I wake up, what do I do from 8 to this? What do I do from 10 to this? You start to specify the things that you do into the time frames that you do them. Doing this will help you understand what takes the most out of your time. So one time in a seminar, a man advised, the speaker, who was a man, advised us to go outside, that once we leave the seminar hall, that we should go out and write our daily activities in a piece of paper according to like I said, the time frame of how we do them. So once you're done with something, by 1 to 3, you write what you did during that time, and at the end of the day you take that sheet of paper or that book that you wrote it in and you look at it. And he said that when you do that, you'll be able to know if you're going to be a successful person or otherwise. And I found this very helpful. I took it. I did not do it for long, because you have to do it for a week to perfect it. But I did it to a point, and I realized that, okay, this is what takes out the most out of my time. This is the priority. This is what I'm doing. So I was able to know my habits. I was able to identify the things that I should not be doing. So that is exactly what I'm saying here, to know the time frames of the activities that you do, so that you will know the thing that takes the most out of your time. You would know your habits, you would know what you should drop, what you should stop doing, and the likes. Let's go to the second point, which is set alarms in a way that you would have time to prepare for the next activity. Setting alarms will help you very much. I know there are so many people that set alarms and they're telling themselves, okay, this that alarm is going to wake me up, and then it wakes every other person around them and they're not waking up. But if you're very serious and you want to be intentional about your life, which is why you're here, you should be able to discipline yourself enough to wake up at the time that you have set your alarm. Once your alarm rings by 5 o'clock, try your possible best to wake up around 5 o'clock. Tell yourself, I have something important to do. So if you know you have something important to do, you wake up that time. And like I said here, I said set an alarm in a way that will prepare you, that you have time to prepare for your next activity. If you know that you're like you want to pray in the morning, you wake up, you set your alarm around 5:30, and you set your alarm 5:30. You have 30 minutes to pray and fellowship with God, and after that time, your alarm rings again by 6 o'clock. You go and have your bath. So setting alarms will help you will be a guide for you, so that you do not get distracted with whatever it is that you're doing. So you know when to wake up, you know when to do a particular thing. If you're going for a meeting by 5 p.m., you're going for a meeting by whatever time, you just know when to do it, because your alarm is like a reminder for you, and you need to discipline yourself to keep up with your alarm. You need to discipline yourself enough to keep up with your alarm. Like I said earlier, if you want to be intentional about your life and you want to make sure that you have achieved whatever it is that you are set to achieve for that day, you need to make sure to follow your alarm. Once it rings, please wake up. Thank you. So the third point I have is wake up early to begin early. We're familiar with the saying, early to bed, early to rise, and that's very true, because if you sleep early, you would wake up early. This is also a thing of self-discipline. Yes, you guessed it right. It's also a thing of self-discipline. When you discipline yourself, and once your alarm rings by 5:30, you wake up that 5:30, and because you have set 30 minutes to fellowship with God, you can still, if you are the kind of person that likes to stretch and stall yourself before you wake up for that day, then you can just use that minute. You stretch yourself, you stall yourself, you while away your time during that 30 minutes that you have given for yourself to do so. And so once your alarm rings by 6 o'clock, you jump into the next thing that you have to do. You go and have your bath. It rings by 6:30, you're eating, you're taking your breakfast. It rings by 7 o'clock, you're going out already to begin your day. So wake up early if you know you want to do anything, if you want to accomplish everything you need to do for that day. If you know that you want to wake up early, also sleep early. Or if you know that there's something you're doing that's keeping you up, an important thing that is keeping you up, then it should not be a barrier. It should not be something that will stop you from waking up early. Because these things, if it can be avoided, you should stop it. If you can stop it, stop doing that thing that keeps you up in the night, especially if it's unnecessary. You should stop it so that you can wake up early. Because once you wake up early and you start doing what it is that you need to do early, you will finish early. You'll be surprised that you have the rest of the day to yourself, because you have woken up early, you have taken the time to do everything that you need to do, and at the end of the day, you had enough time to finish it up, and you are seated, accomplished, successful, that you have had an accomplished day. The fourth practical tip is for you to develop the value system of perseverance. Perseverance is the continued effort you put into something despite difficulties. Everybody should possess this value system. Everybody should possess this value, You should be able to persevere when things are hard, when things are tough, where other people are giving up. Who knows exactly why you're doing what you're doing, should not be part of them that give up. You should stand up, be strong, ask God to strengthen you, and know that no matter what, this too shall pass away, and you would have success at the end. So you must develop the value, which is perseverance, so that you can continue to thrive and strive in a difficult situation when things are looking bad, and also remain positive. You're persevering and you're being positive. These two things, these two values will help you through your very busy day. In addition to perseverance, I need you to look at every disappointment as an opportunity for God to reveal himself mightily. Now, so many times we're quick to throw tantrums, we're quick to begin to feel self-pity when things do not go our way, or we just start feeling disappointed, this and that. And the reason why we feel disappointed is because we have unrealistic standards that we have set for ourselves. That is why you should not set unrealistic standards. Of course, everything is possible, but there is a limit. There is a way you can take things one step at a time. And maybe something, if you are banking on man, if you're putting your trust in man, you would know that anything can happen and the whole game will be changed right in front of you. Someone who has promised you something can say, oh, I'm not going to come again, or I'm not going to do this again, and it looks like your whole plan for the day is over. What you have said you want to get done during this time, you can no longer get it done. If you know that, of course, if you already know that this man is a man, man will obviously disappoint. When I say man, I mean woman and man, human beings, of course. They would obviously disappoint. So do not bank on them. You should put your trust. Always remember to put your trust in God, because when he says something is going to happen, that's how that thing is going to be. So don't set unrealistic standards for yourself, thereby feeling self-pity and disappointment at the end of the day when things do not go your way. That's something you should add to your values. Okay, so our fifth point is get yourself equipped with whatever it is you need to help your work or to make your work easier. I cannot overemphasize this one. I have experienced it myself. If you do not have the right equipment for something, your work will be very stressful. If you need someone to assist you, go and get someone to assist you. If you need to consult an AI, text the AI, how do I simplify this equation? How do I do this better? Go on YouTube. There are DIY videos everywhere. YouTube is a very good channel. You could learn so many things on YouTube. So open YouTube, search for what it is that you need to simplify for yourself, and just start learning from there. If you need to buy physical equipment like light stand or a tripod stand, you need to buy different equipment that will just make your work easier and more effective. You would see that once you get these things, your work will be fast and you would have all the time to yourself. In fact, if you're supposed to shoot a video around 4:30 to 5, because now you're no longer looking for equipment that will help you, you're now looking, you now have your tripod stand, you have your ring light, you have everything ready for you. You see that within less than 20 minutes you're done with it. Something that would have taken you even more than what your alarm ring goes off, you set another alarm. Okay, remind me. You keep on setting another alarm because you haven't even gotten yourself prepared, or you're not even close to being done. And that's because you didn't have the right equipment. Once you get the right equipment, your work will be simplified and you will not be looking tired. You would instead feel satisfied, and you will not experience the barrenness of a busy life. Now, the sixth practical tip is knowing when to take a break. You should know when to take a break. When something is already getting too overwhelming, when the work is too hard, you don't have to finish it there and then if you do not have the mental strength for it. You see that it's already getting tiring, you're already getting yourself overworked. Just stop. You do not have to overwork yourself. Remember that normally you're supposed to know how to do things according to in order of importance. That's why at first I said that you should specify your work in according to the time frames. You should know your daily routine and know the things that come first and the things that you can do after. So that's what I'm saying here. If you know the things that are important, you know all of those things, then knowing when to take a break should not be hard for you, because you have done the important things, and maybe the least important, you just tell yourself, I'm really tired, I don't have the mental capacity to carry this work, I'll just move it to the next day. Don't overwork yourself, don't stress yourself. There are some people that once they are stressed out, you see it on their faces. They'll be walking on the road and you know that this person is stressed out. Sometimes you could have there could be an advantage when you are on a queue and somebody sees that you're tired. The person in front sees that you're tired and they're like, okay, come, bring this, let me help you, let me assist you. It's good, then it can help you, but you should not be carrying because people will not really approach you. I mean, they will just come and meet you and say, you look tired, or that girl is tired. It's very easy to spot people that are stressed out outside, and I don't want you to carry that face all around. I don't want you to carry your problems on your face. Exactly, don't carry your problems on your face. I think I'm being too serious with this video. I need to relax. So what I'm trying to say here is that when everything is getting too overwhelming for you, just take a break, move the things to the next day, or move the things to another time. Okay, if you have something to do by 6 and you don't have the mental capacity for it, then you move it to 7 o'clock. Don't be afraid. Don't say, I don't want to disappoint somebody. Of course. But if you have a plausible explanation as to why you have to put this thing on hold, then don't stop yourself. Put it on hold and take a break and relax. Okay? Now for our is it 7th? For our 7th point. My God. I'm really saying a lot here. I just hope you're getting it and taking some notes. I hope you're also going to put them into practice. Now, the last point is know when to reschedule. Do not be afraid to reschedule. Actually, that's how I wrote it here. Do not be afraid to reschedule. Some people are very afraid to reschedule because they want to do everything. They want to play sports. They want to join a committee. They want to be the member of a worker in church. They want to start a channel. They want to do everything. You cannot do everything in one time. You cannot carry everything. There's so many ideas that come to your head, I'm very sure, and then you're like, I need to learn how to start playing the piano. I need to cook. I need to do this. I need to do that. And you're just like, oh my God, God is just giving me so many ideas. Of course, you can have so many ideas, but you cannot do everything at a time. You take it one step at a time. And also, this rescheduling is mainly talking about the already existing activities that you have doing. So when you see that there's some things that you can no longer carry on with, there's some things that your strength, it's already wearing you out, you can just drop it. Don't be afraid to pick up one activity and say, you know what, I've been doing it for too long. I can no longer go to the gym. I can no longer do something. You need to go. I'm no longer doing you. I'm now free from 3 to 5. Okay? Don't be afraid to drop any schedule. Don't be any activity. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance. Okay? These things will help you, that at the end of the day you'll be satisfied and accomplished, that you have done a very good job. And although you're a busy person, you have something doing from 1 to 3, you're from this, because now you have just watched this video and you have gained enough knowledge. You're now someone that has the value of perseverance. You're someone that knows how to manage their time. You're now someone that can, when you hear an alarm, once your alarm rings, you're standing up and you're doing what it is that you say you're going to do during that time. You see that at the end of the day, you'll be telling yourself, yes, This is what I call success, when you are able to do everything that you planned and you are not even tired, you're feeling satisfied. So replace that tiredness of your former days where you finish a whole day and you're tired. Replace it with satisfied. That is the whole essence of today's video. All right, that's all I have for you for today. I hope that this video has been helpful. If you found it helpful, or you think that there are questions you need to ask, anything you need to add to it, your opinions, everything, I would be more than happy to hear you out. Let's continue our conversation in the comments section. And if you know anyone that needs to learn how to no longer carry their problems on their faces, send this video to them, share it to them, give this video a like, turn on the notification bell after you have subscribed to this channel, so that we can continue to grow in grace together. With that being said, guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.